Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are reacting to episode 9 of Vinland Saga. I have been really enjoying this so far. I can definitely see why people wanted me to watch this after Attack on Titan. There are some very glaring similarities, especially with Askeladd and Kenny, and this whole idea of everyone's a slave to something and using it to kind of manipulate people. I also love the fact that they are very affectionate towards the stray wayward child. Both of them take on wayward youths and look after them in lieu of having a father. But we left off in episode 8 with them going to London, and it looks like it's going to be a righteous time. It looks pretty crazy from the very brief snippet that we saw at the end of episode 8. And we also got introduced to a new figure towards the end. They were looking out across the sea, and I may have fixated quite a bit on who that person could be, primarily because it just seemed very coincidental that we had the slave girl talking about what is there beyond the sea, and Thorfinn driving home this idea that you have to fight for something, you can't be a slave all your life, and then all of a sudden, 9 months later, skips across the sea to someone that looks awfully a lot like her. It probably is not her. I'm probably jumping the gun and making a bold assumption based on similar appearance. I'm not going to repeat myself too much because episode 8, I kind of rambled on about that for like 10 minutes. So, without further ado, we're going to get into episode 9.
橋っつうかなんつうか要塞だなありゃ。
Wait. Okay, so the person at the end of episode 8 wasn't Askeladd. What? They look identical, but they don't have the same colored eyes. And the other person had like a scar, but their face shape is like almost identical, almost the same. But now I'm looking at Askeladd there. He's got blue eyes, and the other guy had brown eyes, and then a scar. I feel really stupid that I didn't pick up on that. I just presumed it was Askeladd because that's sort of where I thought their next journey was going to be, but it's not because he's here. He's just arriving. So who the fuck was the other person that we saw at the end of episode 8? Who is that?
さすがはロンドン。長年の襲撃に耐えてきた町だ。
I'm very
年季を
confused.
感じるぜ。
あんたが楽勝って言うから参加したのによ。
悪い。まさかあのトルケルが敵につくとは思ってなかったも
Oh,
んな。
okay.
Ah.
Would that be THORKELL and that we saw at the end of episode 8?
スベン王に勝ち目ありと踏んだからデンマーク軍についたんだ。
I mean, everyone's
他の
bought.
部族もみんな同じさ。
Everyone has a
手
price.
柄を立てて戦利品の配当を少しでも多くもらおうと必死だよ。
俺は金じゃ戦はしねえ。殺しが好きなんだ。
At least he's honest about
頼
it.
もしいぜ、ピョル。このテムズ川さえ抑えりゃ、ウェセックス内陸への補給船も通るしな。
I mean, London is formidable
中国
though.
の戦場ってわけだ。
ああ、ちょいと目立っとくならここだろう。トフィー
Of course, it's going to be Thorfinn.
トルケルの首取ってこい。
But THORKELL, if I remember correctly, was friends with his dad, right?
いつものやつだろ。懲りないね、お前も。
So maybe
勝てねえ
Thorfinn
勝負に向きに
will
な
turn
る。
again.
そういうところ
Askeladd.
親父になのかね。
Ooh, shouldn't have said that.
忘れるなよアシュラット。戦士としててめえを決闘で破ることだけが俺の望みだ。心臓
He's
えぐり抜いて
determined.
父上の霊に捧げてやる。
ならば働け。
I wonder if Thorfinn realizes he's being manipulated and used by Askeladd. I think there is some weird form of affection from Askeladd to Thorfinn, but he is also a pawn to be manipulated.
決闘なんざいくらでも受けてやろうじゃねえの。
Okay, so it is
トルケル
THORKELL.
の玉取ってこい。
He looked like he was having a good time, no?
フローキの旦那か。どうせ
Yep,
イングラン
squarehead.
ド側の倍額払うとかなんとか言って。
金次第の野郎だ。応じるんじゃねえの。
さて、そいつはどうかな。
Thorkel was close to Thor's though, so he might see Floki as this absolute scumbag. If he knows though about what Floki did, or maybe he really is drawn by the money.
トルケル殿と話がしたい。トルケル殿はいずこか。
うっせんだよお茶。
おい、
Oh my god!
やめろ。
He is very tall.
全員打ち方や
No
めろ。
wonder he's called Thorkel the Tall. But sheesh,
おお、フローキか。久し
he's
ぶ
a
りだな。
giant.
元気そうで何よりだ。さればトール神の名において、貴君とその部下の命、および財産は保証するとのこと。スベンの王様来てんの？頑張るな。もういい年だろうに。我らは長き年月、戦士を並べて共に戦った中ではありません
And
か。
look at what you did to Thor's though.
世の流れを見誤ってはなりません。
Come
兄
back.
貴のシグバルディ様もご心配なさっておいでです。俺も去年までイングランド人と戦ってたからわかるよ。ほんとこいつら弱くってさ。ってことはつまり、お前らと戦った方が面白いってことさ。は？
Because the English aren't a challenge.
続き。マジ。
Oh my god, what an
イングラ
icon.
ンドの倍の厚遇を約束します。
Loki looks worried. Oh boy, yeah, no, that's a good reason to be worried. Holy shit. I officially love Thorkel. Like, yeah, the English are weak, so it would be boring to fight them, so I decided to work with them instead. Oh, what an icon.
おい、フローキよ。スベン王に聞いてみてくれ。勝ち戦ばっかしてて退屈じゃねえのかってな。
What a legend.
説得に応じる気配はありません。そうか。大義であった。今一度攻めよ。
Is that wise? Might end up losing more men than you realize. Damn. Oh, holy shit. Whoa. Icon. Destroying boat after boat after boat. It's a one-man army. Jeez.
工夫しろ。来た来た。面白そうなやつが。あれがトルケルだ。ダメだ。停戦。
I don't want Thorkill to die. I hope he doesn't. Be really funny if Thorfinn just kind of gets picked up and dangled.
お前ら手出すな。ああいう愉快な大バカ者は俺が独り占めだ。よいしょ。
God, he's fast.
やろう。
I wonder if maybe he'll remind Thorkill of Thor's.
やるじゃん。
Or he'll recognize the blade.
若いの。さあ、
This is gonna be cool.
なめやがって。
Oh my god.
やるな、おちびちゃん。
息になるわけだ。あの体であの拳。一発もらえば死ぬな。何？
Oh god, okay.
おっと。
It's definitely not gonna be as easy as Thorfinn expects it to be.
危ねえ危ねえ。
狙える急所の位置が高え。脇の下。首。
It's just a little bit too short.
低い。
突っ込め。
That's what he wants. Ooh.
ととととと
Oh, he's fast.
でも捕まえた。ねえ。まだまだ。
Oh my god!
コテンパンだなトルビンのやつ。やっぱり無理だったか。
How is Fourfinger to survive that? Jesus Christ.
お、それじゃ退却だ。
So they just leave Fourfin there. Bye, Fourfin, I guess.
チビと遊んでるうちに戦が終わってるじゃないか。お前見捨てられちゃったみたいだな。かわいそうに。あれ死んだかな。おいおいおい。
He really likes to go for fingers, doesn't he? God, he's strong and resilient.
おお、まだ闘志を失わないか。好評のくせに大したやつだ。戦士よ、そなたの名を聞こう。
トールズの子、ドルフィンだ。
ん？トールズ？あ、おいおい、そのトールズって。
No, he knows your dad!
ああ、行っちまった。
どうします大将、撃ちますか。
Don't kill him, he won't.
やめとけ。今日は逃がしてやれ。戦士トルフィンよーい。楽しかったな。またやろうな。
The music is so good in this show. I'm really sad though that he didn't get to know more. I can understand why, because he needed to get out of there and protect himself and he took the opportunity, but it's so frustrating.
おい、こっちにも玉ねぎスープくれ。
トルグリム
So many dead.
こっち頼む。
ロンドンは落ちぬか。いえ、落ちぬわけではありませんが、少々時間が必要かと。時間とはどれほどだ、フローキ。
A lot of time.
たかが町一つにそのような時間は避けぬ。イングランド全土の掌握を優先せねばならん。はっ。本体を西へ移動させる。ロンドン包囲は兵4000を残して続けさせよ。御意のままに。
So they're gonna move elsewhere.
4000の指揮は操作のクヌートに任せよう。
Okay.
彼の男ぶりを上げる良い機会だ。
の殿下のご同行は民に示しをつけるためとそう仰せられたはず。
ラグナル殿、お控えなさい。
トルケルには全軍ですらかなわぬのです。
This figure is
そ
so
の5分の1の兵力
mysterious
で当たるなど
though.
ご無理です。殿下は慣れぬ戦場で辛労も重ねられて。
お前の責任でもあるの
Emotional
だぜ。
distress about
Ragnar.
what? What's the emotional distress in regards to?
クヌートには包囲軍の将を任ずる。機構が付き添い、副将として補佐せよ。
But to expect him to take London is akin to a death sentence in a way. Because he's inexperienced. He has no understanding of war. Even after getting beaten to a pulp, he's still able to stand up. It's insane. Probably got a broken arm again.
肩が外れてる。右足首は捻挫か。あとあばらが何本か。
To be honest, I feel like he got off very lightly considering.
奴らほとんど引き上げてってますね。
はあ？ってことは俺たち勝ったってこと？
Eh,
尻尾巻いて逃げたって。
I wouldn't
やっぱ勝ちじゃん。
let your guard down.
やった勝ったぞ。
He's like, I didn't want to win. I wanted more of a
ね
challenge.
え、ちょっとバカ野郎。ロンドンは諦めるってのか。
Well, Not really. There's still like 4,000 that's going to be left behind. They haven't given up entirely.
おい、なんだお前、生きてたのかよ。ああ、ひでえ様だな。
Keeps trying to get him
今回
killed.
は相手が悪かったな、トルフィン。
And then is shocked when he shows up alive each time, as if he's not resilient and hell-bent on
歩くのが辛いなら
killing
ここへ
him.
置いてくけど。
Just relocated his shoulder. That's crazy. I don't even think that's the right word for it, but
楽しかったな。またやろうな。
he also recognized him as a warrior.
彼野郎どもが
That madman was your father's
戦の
close
何
friend.
がそんなに面白えんだ
That's what your dad was trying to tell you. And did you listen? No. And now you're coming to understand that this is exactly why your father didn't want you involved in battle or to think it was fun or to have it normalized, because he knew the pain and suffering associated with it. And now Thorfinn's going down the same path of having to come to the same realization that war is not all fun and games. It's not what people make it out to be, especially when you're the one that's suffering. Askeladd's trying to get him killed in so many different ways, and Thorfinn just refuses to die. Just refuses, which I absolutely love and admire. THORKELL, I think, is like iconic. I already can see him being one of my favorite characters. He's so just quirky. I think I just have a thing for giant soft men. Like THORKELL and then Armstrong in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think it's becoming a pattern. That's two of them now, but it's hard not to, because he's just so quirky and fun and he's living his best life. And I really admire that he didn't kill Thorfinn because he knew it was dishonorable. He could have shot Thorfinn in the distance, but he didn't want to because he recognized that he was a warrior and it was fun to fight him. He was worthy of the battle to be had. But at the same time, I think it also comes with the fact that he's Thor's son and he was close with Thor's. It's kind of frustrating though that he doesn't know that because Thorfinn left before it could be sort of explained. So I'm hoping that maybe they do get to meet each other at some point and they can have a conversation. But yeah, Canute really sort of interests me. We're only seeing Canute kind of shrouded by darkness, and then there is the mention of emotional distress. What emotional distress? Could it be familial emotional distress? Don't know, but it's very strange. And I understand where Sven's coming from, that if they leave Canute and Canute manages to take London, that is an incredible achievement, especially with so few soldiers at his command. It would be a great and noble feat for your first battle to have conquered something that not even King Sven and his forces could conquer, but at the same time to leave someone so inexperienced in battle, so unsure of themselves, it's almost like wishing that they would die, because he's never lived this life. He's never had any battle experience. How can you expect him to succeed? It's almost like setting him an impossible challenge. I do just love Thorfinn though. I'm really, really excited to see more of Thorfinn's journey. I see so much of Eren in Thorfinn, and I know I said at the beginning that I didn't want to look at the Attack on Titan comparisons between these shows because I wanted to let Vinland Saga stand on its own, but it's so hard knowing that the authors are friends to not see the crossover between them. They're both so incredibly resilient. They both refuse to be beat. And they are both endlessly driven by this need to prove something, to achieve their goal. And this idea of constantly moving forward is also something that Eren strove for in his personal life, which is to constantly move forward and keep moving forward. And it's just crazy how alike they are. I wonder how it's gonna go with Wessex. I think from what I can remember, the Vikings do take Wessex, but I'm not entirely sure. I think it does become a stronghold, but I may be misremembering. Like I said, I haven't done history of the Vikings since I was in primary school, and I'm 31 now, so that was a very long time ago. Like, we're gonna say like 24 years ago. So yeah, trying to remember that from 24 years ago is like next to impossible. But I am looking forward to seeing how the show progresses. There isn't really much more for me to say just because the show was a bit more action packed. A lot of it was focused on Thorkell and trying to get Thorkell on side, and Thorkell refusing because Thorkell enjoys the idea of a challenge. He doesn't see the point of always fighting on the winning side. It's not really about money, it's about the challenge. It's about conquering the unconquerable, and that's something that I could admire strongly. It's not greed, it is just his own little personal mission. I think that's far more endearing than doing something for money, but everything has a price these days, so he may end up finding himself falling in line with them at some point, but maybe because the tides are turning and he wants even more of a challenge because the English maybe are getting stronger and posing more of a threat, but who knows? Probably not. He'll probably stay on their side for the foreseeable, but I can't believe I confused him with Askeladd. They do look very alike, but then I think that's because of the hair and the face shape. But now that I've seen him more in this episode, I feel very silly for confusing them. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye!